All of you are familiar with weak electrolytes. You know, weak electrolytes are weak acids and weak bases. Now, what is the nature of water? Remember that water is very weak electrolyte. That is, water ionizes to very less extent. Practically, water is bad conductor of electricity. But the ionization of water can be considered theoretically. How water is ionized? Suppose we have one molecule of water, H2O. It will ionize to give H plus ions and OH minus ions. As it is a weak electrolyte, we have shown this ionization by using a pair of arrow. Now remember, according to Arrhenius theory, H plus ions cannot be obtained in free state. They react with H2O again and give S3O plus radical. That is, H plus ions cannot remain in free state. You can obtain S3O plus ions. So remember here, when water ionizes, it will give you, according to this reaction, you can write the reaction like this, you sum of this reaction, H plus ions will be cancelled, and so here H2O plus H2O will give you H3O plus OH minus. Like this, the ionization of water can be shown. That is, H2O molecule gets self-ionized, and this is so called as auto-ionization of water. Itself gets ionized, and therefore it is called as auto-ionization. And auto-ionization of water can be shown by using this reaction. H2O molecules combine with each other to give S3O plus ion and OH minus ion. This can be explained according to Bronsted-Lowry theory also. See here, one H2O molecule has accepted the proton and another H2O molecule has donated the proton. By donating proton, it gets converted into OH minus ions, and so it is called as acid. That means one H2O molecule works as acid and another H2O molecule by accepting proton gets converted into H3O plus, and therefore it is a base. Like this, water shows acidic nature as well as basic nature. It can be explained by using this reaction also, which is called as auto-ionization. Now this is the reaction which is a reversible reaction where the equilibrium condition can be reached, and so when you apply law of mass action and write down the expression for equilibrium constant for this reaction, then K is equal to concentration of H3O plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of H2O into concentration of H2O. 2 times H2O is there, and so concentration of H2O bracket square. So this is the expression for equilibrium constant for this reaction, which is the ionization of water. And so K is equal to concentration of H3O plus into concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of H2O bracket square. Now concentration of H2O is very large as compared to the concentration of ions. Why? Because water is very weak electrolytes. Its ionization is to very less extent, and therefore this value, that is concentration of H2O, is taken as constant. Suppose this constant is taken as K dash. Now you can obtain this relation, K into K dash is equal to concentration of S3O plus into concentration of OH minus. Here K is constant and K dash is also constant. The products of two constant is also constant, which is denoted by Kw. And so Kw is equal to here concentration of H3O plus into concentration of OH minus, where Kw is called as ionic product of water. It is called as ionic product of water. So what is ionic product of water? This is the equilibrium constant. It is modified equilibrium constant. These are the concentrations of ions of water at equilibrium, and this is constant at constant temperature. And so you can say that at constant temperature, the product of molar concentration of H3O plus ions, that is hydronium ions, and hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus ions, at equilibrium is constant, and that constant is called as ionic product of water. Understand? The definition of ionic product of water is like this, that is temperature is constant because this is equilibrium constant and it is constant at constant temperature. So at constant temperature, the product of molar concentrations of, this is molar concentration of hydronium ion, that is H3O plus ion, and hydroxyl ion, that is OH minus ions, and these concentrations are at equilibrium, is constant. That constant is called as ionic product of water. Remember, Kw is called as ionic product of water. Now the value of Kw is constant at constant temperature. Now at normal temperature, which is considered as 25 degrees Celsius, at 25 degrees Celsius, you can say the value of Kw is constant. And what is it? At 25 degrees Celsius or at 298 Kelvin, concentration of H3O, if it is observed, it is equal to H3O plus is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube, or you can say it is molar concentration. So at 25 degrees Celsius or at 298 Kelvin, concentration of H3O plus is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. Now the concentration of H3O plus is equal to concentration of OH minus, because the number of ions which are produced, the H3O plus ions which are produced, is equal to number of OH minus ions, and therefore concentration of OH minus ions will be equal to again 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. And so what will be the value of Kw now? Kw is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 into 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, and that is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 14. So remember, at 298 Kelvin, the ionic product of water is 1 into 10 raised to minus 14. The unit can be mole per dm cube square, that is square of molar concentration. Now Kw is constant at constant temperature. If the temperature is different, the value of Kw will be different. Understand this? That is, value of Kw at 298 Kelvin is this much, but it cannot be this value at the temperature which is different from this. That is, it will be more at more temperature, it will be less at low temperature. Now here remember, concentration of H3O plus and concentration of OH minus determine the nature of the solution. How? We shall see here. Now suppose we have pure water. In pure water, you can say, if you take only water, here it gets ionized to give H3O plus ions and OH minus ions, and their concentration is same, and so water is neutral in nature. So if you take pure water is neutral in nature. Why it is neutral? Because the concentration of H3O plus ions and concentration of OH minus ions is same. So remember that for neutral solution, concentration of H3O and concentration of OH minus ions are same. Now if in pure water we add acid, suppose any acid we add in this pure water, what will happen? According to theory of ionization, acid ionizes to give H plus ions, that is H3O plus ions. So in pure water, when you add acid, concentration of H3O plus will change, right? Then what will happen to concentration of OH minus? We have not changed the temperature. Value of Kw is constant. And what is happened here? Concentration of H3O is increased. But to remain this product constant at constant temperature, here concentration of OH minus must be decreased. And so remember that when the solution is acidic, here H3O plus ions concentration is more and concentration of OH minus ions is less. Now at 298 Kelvin, you can explain like this. At 298 Kelvin, you know that concentration of H3O plus is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7. But when acid is added, the concentration of H3O plus is increased. But to remain the product constant, here concentration of OH minus is decreased. That means concentration of H3O plus is greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. When the solution is acidic, the concentration of H3O plus is greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube, or you can say concentration of OH minus for acidic solution is less than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7. Like this, in pure water, when you add base, any base when you add, what will happen? Base in aqueous solution will produce OH minus ions. So, in water, the concentration of OH minus ions now will increase because we are adding here base. So, concentration of OH minus ions will increase. It will be greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. But to keep the value of Kw constant, concentration of H3O plus will be decreased. And so, for basic solution, you can say that concentration of H3O plus ions is less than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube, and concentration of OH minus ions is greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. Remember, all this is applicable only at 298 Kelvin. If the temperature is different, these values are different, but the conditions are same. That is, for acidic solution, concentration of H3O plus must be greater than concentration of OH minus. And for basic solution, concentration of H3O plus must be less than concentration of OH minus, right? And what are the values at 298 Kelvin? The value is greater than 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube of concentration of H3O plus for acidic solution. And for acidic solution, what will be the concentration of OH minus? It will be less than 10 raised to minus 7. Like this, for basic solution, concentration of H3O plus is less than concentration of OH minus. That means concentration of H3O plus is less than 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube, and concentration of OH minus is greater than 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. Now remember that these concentrations are very less, that is, they are in terms of 10 raised to minus power, negative power. So it is very complicated to simplify this, because here you know that concentration of H3O plus or concentration of OH minus determines the nature of the solution. The acidic and basic nature of the solution is very useful in our day-to-day life also. For example, for farmers, for the growth of the crops, the nature of the soil, for some crops it must be acidic, for some it must be basic. Like this, biological systems are also acidic or basic. That means the simple method to determine the nature of the solution, whether it is acidic or basic, must be applicable. And for that, the scientist Sorensen gave the scale, and that scale is called as pH scale. Sorensen scale, or it is also called as pH scale. So now we shall consider what is pH of the solution, how pH can be determined. Now remember that pH, here the letter P is small and the letter H is capital. This P represents power and this H represents hydrogen. So what is pH? pH is power of hydrogen. And how it is measured? It is given by negative logarithm to the base 10 of molar concentrations of H plus ions. Remember here, pH is power of hydrogen, and it can be calculated by using this formula. It is minus log of concentration of H plus ions to the base 10. You know what is log? When you take the logarithm of any number to the base 10, means we determine the number is which power of 10. What is the power of 10? Is equal to that number is equal to what is the power of 10. It can be determined by using the log. And so negative log we have taken. Why? Because here the value of concentration of H3O plus or OH minus is very less. It is in terms of 10 raised to minus power, and so to take the value of pH positive, the negative sign is taken, and therefore this can be explained as pH of any solution is equal to negative logarithm to the base 10 of molar concentration of H plus ions. Like this, you can say it is equal to minus log to the base 10 of molar concentration of H3O plus ions. Both are same, and so it can also define as negative logarithm to the base 10 of molar concentration of H3O plus ions. Like this, the another term is also there which is applied, that is POH. So how can you define POH now? P is power and OH hydroxyl ion. So power of hydroxyl ions, the same can be applied here. It is the negative log to the base 10 of concentration of OH minus ions. So POH can be calculated by using this formula. It is the negative log to the base 10 of concentration of OH minus ions. Now we shall see how it will be simple by using the pH or POH to determine the nature of the solution, acidic as well as basic. Now at 298 Kelvin, concentration of H3O plus is equal to concentration of OH minus for neutral solution. When the solution is neutral, or we have taken pure water, concentration of H3O plus is equal to concentration of OH minus, and at 298 Kelvin the value of this concentration is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, or concentration of OH minus is also 1 into 10 raised to minus 7. Now we shall see what is the pH of this solution. Now substitute the value of concentration of H3O plus here. pH is equal to negative log to the base 10 of concentration of H3O plus ions, which is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 at 298 Kelvin for neutral solution. That is equal to, here this minus you can say or write like this, minus log of 10 raised to minus 7. Now 10 raised to minus 7, this power is taken here. This is minus 7 log of 10 to the base 10. What is log of 10 to the base 10? Log of 10 is 1. Characteristic is 1 and its log is 0, 0. So it is equal to 1. And so you can write minus plus 7. So pH is equal to plus 7 for neutral solution when the temperature is 298 Kelvin. Like this, if you substitute the value of concentration of OH minus ions in the equation POH, you can also obtain the same value for POH, and you can say that POH is equal to also 7 for the neutral solution. Like this, when the solution is neutral, then pH of the solution is equal to 7. At the same time, POH of the solution is also 7. Now, when the solution is acidic, we have seen the condition. Solution is acidic. Solution acidic, the condition is concentration of H3O plus is greater than concentration of OH minus. And when concentration of H3O plus is greater than concentration of OH minus at 298 Kelvin, then concentration of H3O plus must be greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube, right? Then it can be greater than 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, because at 298 Kelvin for neutral solution it is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, and when the solution is acidic it is greater than 10 raised to minus 7. Now the values of 10 raised to minus 7 greater than 10 raised to minus 7, you can consider it can be 10 raised to minus 6, it can be 10 raised to minus 5. In between then the values are there, 10 raised to minus 4, 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 1 and 10 raised to 0, like this. If you substitute all these values in the equation of pH, you can obtain the values from 7 to 0. And so remember that when the solution is acidic, the pH of the solution is equal to from 7, or you can say it is less than 7. For acidic solution, the value of pH is less than 7. How? It can be calculated by using this formula, that is concentration of H3O is greater than 10 raised to minus 7 and 10 raised to minus 7 values are like this. And so for acidic solution at 298 Kelvin pH is less than 7, and for acidic solution concentration of OH minus ions is less than 10 raised to minus 7. So the values will be 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 9, 10 raised to minus 10, and the value will be maximum value, or you can say minimum value will be 10 raised to minus 14. Why? Because the product of concentration of H3O plus and concentration of OH minus must be 10 raised to minus 14, and so concentration of OH minus is less than 10 raised to minus 7. Like this, pOH of the solution will be greater than 7. And remember, for acidic solution pH is less than 7 and pOH is greater than 7. Like this, if you see basic solution, now suppose we have basic solution. What is the condition for basic solution? Concentration of H3O plus is less than concentration of OH minus, or concentration of OH minus is greater than concentration of H3O plus. Now at 298 Kelvin, concentration of H3O plus is less than 10 raised to minus 7, means it can be 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 9, like this up to 10 raised to minus 14. So if you substitute these values in the equation of pH, pH is equal to minus log to the base 10 concentration of H3O plus, and this concentration will be less than 10 raised to minus 7. Suppose it is 10 raised to minus 9, so the value will be 9. Suppose it is 10 raised to minus 10, the value will be 10, pH value will be 10. And so remember that for basic solution, pH of the solution here is greater than 7. Like this, if you substitute the values of concentration of OH minus, what is concentration of OH minus for basic solution? It is greater than 10 raised to minus 7 mole per dm cube. And so it will be 10 raised to minus 6, 10 raised to minus 5, like this. If you substitute the value in the equation of pOH, you can obtain these values as 6, 5, like this. And so remember that pOH of the solution is less than 7 for basic solution. Now remember here, for acidic solution all these is applicable at room temperature, and so we can say directly that for acidic solution pH of the solution is less than 7 and pOH of the solution is greater than 7. For basic solution, pH of the solution is greater than 7 and pOH of the solution is less than 7. Like this, you can understand now in simple way what is the nature of solution if you know the pH of the solution. Now you can say, suppose we have the value of pH like this. Suppose pH of the solution, one solution is there. Suppose the value of pH is 6.2. What is the nature of the solution? You can say it is acidic. Suppose for one solution, pH of the solution is 7.4. You can say the nature of the solution is basic. It is simple as compared to the concentration of H3O plus or concentration of OH minus negative power. It is very complicated, but this is the simple method for determination of acidic, basic or neutral nature of the solution. Now in the next video we shall consider what is the relation between pH and pOH of the solution.